Good morning. Let's bow our heads in prayer. Give us this day the power and the glory. At the COP21 side event organized by Spirit, and I'm glad to...
Once again, Bulwanaka, and a very good morning to you all, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this expert meeting jointly organized by ESCAP and SPC. This is the culmination of a long journey that started with the continuing dialogues between the Fijian delegates and ESCAP during the Commission sessions in 2015 and 2016, and at the third United Nations World Conference in Sendai, Japan. Let me again reassure everybody that it's not about the Fijian delegation, it's about the Fijian delegation representing the region. I've talked about the cooperation previously. The Honorable Prime Minister of Fiji was the chairperson of the 72nd session of the ESCAP Commission, while I have been serving as the chairperson of ESCAP Committee on Disaster Risk Reduction at its fourth session. In our leadership to ESCAP Commission and the committee, we made concerted efforts to enhance the regional cooperation between Asia and the Pacific. In my capacity as the chairperson of ESCAP Committee on Disaster Risk Reduction, I had the opportunity to initiate an extremely productive dialogue between the ESCAP and member countries to shape the Asia-Pacific Regional Cooperation Mechanism for implementing the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction. I am thankful to ESCAP for taking forward Pacific Seed's interest in mainstreaming disaster risk reduction in the agriculture sector. I want to thank SPC once again for agreeing to take responsibility for coordinating and servicing this Pacific sub-regional workshop, as well as providing much of the expertise and knowledge from the Pacific. It's right that the Asia-Pacific regional efforts in the Pacific should involve the Pacific's own regional organization with mandates in agriculture and disaster risk reduction. When we initially had discussions in Bangkok, we were aiming at the Pacific Heads of Agriculture meeting. Dr. Tokana Singh would know this, but unfortunately, this meeting did not take place last year, and we have been trying to find a gap to bring this meeting in while waiting for the Pacific Heads of Agriculture meeting. So once again, I thank SPC. And ladies and gentlemen, the initiative to host a sub-regional expert meeting in Fiji was born out of a need to build a resilient agriculture in the Pacific, particularly in response to the growing climate variability and climate change scenarios that we have all been facing in recent years. In Asia and the Pacific, building resilience is not a question of choice, but rather a collective imperative. Our goal was to find a mechanism that could deliver on the ground technical assistance to implement resilient and sustainable agriculture practices in the Pacific Seeds, and we wanted to accomplish this through South-South cooperation and sharing learning experiences and adaptive practices between Asia and the Pacific. ESCAP had already successfully piloted a number of resilient projects in agriculture in Asia through its collaborating partner, the Regional Integrated Multi-Hazard Early Warning Systems for Asia and for Africa and Asia, including innovations like the monsoon forums and climate field schools. It is time to put our efforts together in learning how to adapt these innovations, particularly in the context of Pacific Seeds. The collective idea was to create a stronger, more productive agriculture sector using a two-pronged strategy that focused both on medium-term adaptation and long-term resilience to stem impacts of disasters. The foundation of this synergy is rooted in the knowledge and understanding of the climate risk, with innovations in climate outlook and seasonal forecasting in combination with near real-time satellite information and ground-based data. A system of monitoring and early warning can be made more effective to address adaptation and resilience needs. I am happy to note that the workshop is addressing a complement cycle of mainstreaming, starting from understanding the climate risk, communicating the risk specific to agriculture sector, to the stakeholders, and suggesting the tools and techniques for the adaptation. I'm also happy to mention that with FAO, a few island countries in the Pacific are into the e-agriculture strategy, Fiji being one, Vanuatu as well, and of course Papua New Guinea. I'm sure that Vili and his team in Bangkok are also working on the other countries, particularly based on the availability of the transmission, the communication systems that we have. But this again emphasizes that we are advancing. Ladies and gentlemen, a concerted effort is needed to disaggregate or downscale climate risk data to understand the location-specific risks in agriculture sectors. This is essentially to promoting good adaptation practices and applying these collective goals of adaptation and long-term resiliency can lead to improvements towards the broader goal of sustainability and economic growth, particularly in our productive sectors. In this regard, the ESCAP and SPC is an ideal combination to facilitate the learning from Asia to the Pacific and vice versa. This is not a standalone meeting, but is the beginning of a longer regional partnership where we request ESCAP to take the outcomes of the meeting forward to build resilience in the agriculture sector in the region. We will also be taking the outcome of this meeting to the Pacific Agriculture Conference to be held next year. I believe this is in Vanuatu, and I'm thankful that the Director General is here, and he will start the preparations for us. Transitioning from expert dialogue to capacity development, we request ESCAP to develop further training that will give us the valuable tools and technical capacity building to truly mainstream disaster risk reduction in the agriculture sector. This is an expert group meeting, and we have to take the results from this meeting forward to the practitioners and build their capacity to implement these strategies at the ground level. We need to develop a network of stakeholders between practitioners of resilient agriculture in the Pacific and in Asia to share knowledge and strategies that will enhance South-South cooperation in the region. I would like to end by thanking ESCAP once again and SPC and all our collaborating partners and our distinguished colleagues in making this expert meeting a reality. I am really pleased to see the involvement of many different partner organizations and experts from the Pacific join in this with our distinguished experts from Asia. I've acknowledged FAO, and I see IFAD in the room as well. And of course, WFP is in the room as well. So I made an effort to visit WFP in the recent 72nd session meeting, and I acknowledge FAO, IFAD, and of course WFP, the World Food Program, and I think they are seriously considering about moving into the region as well. So we thank them for that. So I am looking forward to the lessons and the wisdoms gaining from experts in this meeting that will inform and inspire us in our way forward on this extremely important issue. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Vinagawalewe and Danyabat.